This is pretty spectacular, isn't it? Welcome back. I'm in Hessle, or Hessle, at the start of the Yorkshire Wolds Way. It's 26 degrees, 79 miles to Filey. Should we do it? What a day. It's taken a while to get here. Bank holiday Monday. Strikes on the trains. So it's taken about 5 hours by Stockport via Doncaster into Hessle, or Hessle. But we're here now. Looking forward to this one. I'm not actually sure if there's an official start, but I can't get any further back than this, so I'm taking this bench as the start point. Let's go. There is an official start. Wolds Way. That's the Humber bridge. That is way too high for me. Must be a bit blowy up there as well. So now I'm out the window, I'll tell you a bit about the Wolds Way. So it starts in Hessle, finishes in Filey on the coast, about 79, 80 miles, through some old, I guess kind of forest land. I think it's what wold means, forest. Iron Age burials, abandoned medieval villages. Bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. And more importantly, in about 6 miles time in Weighton, Dick Turpin's local. And all over that. As you can see, it's proper close to the water's edge. It took me on the beach for, I don't know, 200 yards. I was starting to doubt myself. But you can see how close the water comes up. Anyway, bye Hessle. Those of you that follow my channel will have seen I did the Yorkshire Wolds Way in May. So this is the Wolds Way. It's the second leg of what I'm calling my Northern Trinity. The third leg, which I'm hoping will be the absolute icing on the cake, is the Northumberland coast path that I'm starting in about 3 weeks' time. So yeah, Dales Way, Wolds Way, Northumberland coast path. What a trio. Just noticed my flappy bit as well. That's annoying, isn't it? Sorry about that. Here we go this way. It's low tide, isn't it? Soon find out. Right, I get it now. I think I'll just go around to be on the safe side. It's hardly sure how long it is, but it's muddy. Muddy sand. 74 miles to go. It's currently 28 degrees. It is so warm. Oh, I've only done about 6 miles. My feet are throbbing. I've already got a blister on my right foot. Feet are so hot. I've just sat down for 20 minutes, taking my shoes and socks off, just trying to get a bit of air to my feet. But yeah, it's really, really warm today. It's due to drop off a bit tomorrow, I think. It's going to be about 21, 22 for the rest of the week. Just coming into Weighton, which is stop number 1 on the Wolds Way. Heading to the Green Dragon, which is where Dick Turpin used to hang out back in the 1730s apparently, although I think he went by his alias at that point. But Anyway, those of you that know Dick Turpin, I'm sure there'll be some sort of Dick Turpin memorabilia hanging up above the fireplace. I'll bring you back and we'll find out. Have a look at that. And there's the pub. It's like a mini Borton without the tourists. Nice. What a spot this is. Going for a pint. Just be careful when you leave Welton. You do this, there's two roads kind of parallel to each other. The first one on the left is not the right one. The other one that then merges into a footpath is the right one. I've only just realised that, so I need to find a way to cut across there. Anyway, yep, so word of warning, grab that. I don't know why, but my OS map is showing a different path to my hiker app, and presumably that's because OS maps I've saved somebody else's route rather than hiker, which is the official trail route. So I think I have actually gone wrong. Yeah, top tip there, maybe stick to downloading the proper route maps rather than somebody's edited version. Don't think it really matters, just means I'm on the road rather than the footpath. But anyway, there we are. So hot, so hot. So the eagle-eyed amongst you, I realise I haven't got my trusty atom packs with me this time. And that's because I'm not camping at all on this trip. There really isn't anywhere to camp. I looked at a possible couple of campsites, but there's a caravan and camping club, like minimum 3 nights stay. Another campsite that's a little bit off the track. There was a campsite back there, but it's run for the scouts. So I thought, you know what, bugger it. So I'm literally walking from village to village. So I got a couple of pubs booked. I did have an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, but they cancelled it last week. No reason whatsoever. Oh, there's the path. Sorry about that. So yeah, literally got a couple of changes of clothes. I did bring a big bag of food. Ate the whole lot on the train. So yeah, nice and light and a comfy bed. So I'm heading to South Cave now, which is where I've got my first night's accommodation. And the hotel there has got an indoor pool, which, given that I'm absolutely sweating buckets, can't come soon enough. I'll bring you back in South Cave. What is this? What's this? Oh my days. Oh, I mean, I think that's what you call trail magic. I'll mark it on the map and I'll put a link in the corner. That little climb out from the Honesty car, oh, that was a killer. I'd have a little lie down at the top. Might be too hot. Oh, downhill now, all the way to South Cave. At least I hope it is. I'm knackered. just checked the weather up. It's 29 degrees. That is too hot. Too hot for me. Believe it or not, that's my digs. Not bad. Not bad for 85 quid a night. I'm having it. Just leaving the hotel at South Cave. Lovely place, look at that. It's a golf course as well apparently. There's a swimming pool, didn't use it. Nice little bar. Yeah, weather's a bit different today. It's just stopped raining, so it's a bit cooler, which is just what I need. So we're off. I'll bring you back with something interesting to look at.
It's not as picturesque as what I thought it would have been. But I did read that somewhere actually.
I haven't got that far to go today. About 11 or 12 miles to Market Weighton. Got an Airbnb put there, so it's going to be a lot of apparently rolling hills today. Yeah, which I'm looking forward to. It's a bit cooler as well, so you can't knock that. It's a nice spot. Rolling hills. .59.5 miles. Just past Arras Farm. Apparently this is some sort of Iron Age burial site, but there's no signs or anything. And it's also the place where during excavations they dug up 3 Roman chariots, but you'd have thought they'd have marked it, wouldn't you? Unless I'm too keen and it's further on. But anyway, yeah, Arras, there we are. So this is All Saints Church in Good Madam. So this is built on an old pagan site. There was an old pagan ritual, whatever you call it, whatever here at some point where it was built for the chief Woden, from where Wednesday comes from. But anyway, and then was destroyed in something or other BC. And then was rebuilt as this kind of Christian church. Pretty impressive place, isn't it? And then more importantly, if I just swing the camera around on the corner, you might just be able to see the pub, which is where I'll be going next. This is Good Madam. This is All Saints Church, which apparently was built on the site of an old pagan temple. It was built for Chief Woden. This is where Wednesday comes from, Woden's Day. But anyway, it was destroyed in something like 0 or 1 BC or something, and then was rebuilt, as you can see, with a pretty impressive Christian church. Nice. And then if you can just see on the corner, that is the pub, which is where I'll be going right now. Morning, day 3. Just leaving Market Weighton. Lovely little town. A couple of pubs, stayed at a nice Airbnb here. It's a little bit off course because there was nowhere to stay at Good Madam, so had to carry on for another half a mile or something, or a mile. So I've got to just get the path and then heading up to Fridaythorpe today. Might rain a bit later, so yeah, lovely little market town this. Definitely recommend it. Loads of pubs. So this is apparently a deer park. I'm going to walk through. This is the alternative route that takes you through the deer park. No deer. Well, there was a sign that there's a bull. So just keeping them peeled. I think we're okay. there's a woman behind, so worst case scenario, I'll just leg it and leave her to it. Look at the sky, absolutely glorious. No deer so far, but there is a bull in the field apparently, so just keeping them peeled. But yeah, this is splendid. Hopefully I can get to Fridaythorpe, where I'm staying at the pub tonight, before 3, because that's when it's due to tip it down. But you wouldn't think so, would you? It's absolutely glorious. This is Lonsborough. 10 o'clock, I think this is about 4 miles in. So I'm just going to have a little sit down. Lonsborough, about 4 miles in, I think, so 10 o'clock made pretty good time. Yeah, lovely little church. It's been really pleasant so far. I'm just going to have a little sit down. Right, it's a clear day. Can't really see York Minster from here, particularly on the camera. But yeah, rolling hills. Nice. He's a big lad. That's Millington down there. You can either skirt around it. The trail doesn't go through Millington, but if you need to stop, pick up supplies, there's a couple of pubs in the village. It's about 10.5 miles, I think, from Market Weighton / Goodmanham, so quite a nice little stop-off point. But I'm just going to skirt around the edge and then end up in Gates, hopefully in about an hour. Not sure the camera really does it justice, but I can tell you the Wolds Way is not flat. Actually got to head up there somewhere, I think, in a minute. Definitely clouding over a bit. And I can tell you, you can probably see it there, the Wolds Way is not flat at all. And in fact, I get to the bottom of this little hill, and I've got to go up there, I think. Yeah. Oh, at least the sun's gone in. Happy days. Apparently, you can see it running along the bottom of this little valley. That's an old Roman road. Quite a long way down, to be fair. Yeah, it's straight up. Not sure if the camera does it justice, but that is a steep. There's another path, maybe that zigzags. That is steep. "44 miles to Filey." Wet. Just coming into Fridaythorpe. Long day, 17 miles, and a lot of hills. Tough day, even tougher if you don't like cows, because there are a lot of them. The last bit kind of goes through a valley full of cows, and it's about a mile. Luckily they were up in the hills, but a bit disconcerting all the same. But anyway, made it to Fridaythorpe. Morning, another glorious day on the Wolds Way. Stayed at this Manor Inn last night, and they've got these little, like, pod rooms next to the pub. Awesome. So just going to get some food from the garage and then head off onto the hills. One thing I did forget to say yesterday, the Fridaythorpe, it's the home of the now defunct World Flat Cap Throwing Championships. So unfortunately 23 years too late to see that. But if you're interested, the world record is 37 metres, believe it or not. Anyway, there we are, fun fact for the day. Alright boys, I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong here. There are signposts for the whole route. I've barely looked at my map. There are a couple of alternatives, so I had a bit of a moment this morning where I thought I'd taken the wrong Yorkshire Wolds Way, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's perfect. Might not look it, but this is proper high. That's a big old ledge just there. Yeah. Not a huge fan of this, but we will get through it. Yeah, it kind of goes down to the bottom here and then comes back along the valley, I think. So I'm going to get down here as quickly as possible. No idea at all what this is. Looks like some sort of weird burial pit or something. That's a bit weird, isn't it? No signs or anything. And this is pretty spectacular, isn't it? Look at the sky as well, it's lovely. Nice little honesty box here, just in thicks and ale. Cans of drink, flapjacks by the looks of it. Just the job. Bull and calves. Yeah, we're not getting through there. It's just a kestrel at the top of that tree. If you can see that. High up here, very high up. Just coming into Wharram Percy. I don't know if you can see in the distance the church. This is an old medieval village that was abandoned in about the 1500s, I believe. So yeah, there's quite a few remains to be seen, so we're going to have a walk down there. This is the church. Impressive. The remains of. Just going to have a look inside. Oh, this place. I did read somewhere that apparently when they did some digging around some of the local sites here, and some of the other graves, they found pieces of different bodies spread across different graves. Apparently there's some ancient, I guess before 1500s, some ancient thing that they were convinced that the bodies were going to come back as zombies or something, so they split the bones and spread them across different burial sites. So there we are, so keep them peeled. Don't want any zombies, not today, it's too hot. This is the footprint of another building. Lovely spot though, very popular as well. Like a little orchard. Yeah, nice. Might have lunch. Oh, right, this is the site where all the old buildings were. You can see the footprint of quite a few. That's cool. Apparently they're all abandoned to make way for new pasture land. Probably, judging by the Wolds Way so far, most of it is pasture land. "29 miles to go." The world's tiniest hay bales. It's incredible, isn't it? with the rain for the last hour or so. Just walking down into a place called Wittringham, where I've got to catch a bus to the Ham and Cheese pub, which is my accommodation tonight. I did have an Airbnb booked fairly local to the path, but they cancelled it like 3 days ago. So I didn't have a lot of choice really but to book in the pub. Anyway, hey ho. I think the rain's about to stop now. Ham and Cheese pub, what a name. I'm going in, this is the place. I just got the bus back this morning. Back at the point that I dropped out yesterday, so yeah, definitely recommend the Ham and Cheese. Fantastic pub, nice food, pricey but well worth it. That is a vulture's nest. This is where the baby vultures nest. So this is St Peter's Church, I think, near Wittringham, so there's an honesty box in there. Tea, coffee, and then that little wood building out the front there is a toilet. So if anybody needs it, literally right on the trail. Might be useful for somebody. I think you know it's steep when the signpost is like that. Not sure the camera really does it justice, but that is steep. Oh, this is steep. Probably can't see it from here, but I'm actually using the ropes to pull myself up.
And here comes Russell, heading to the finish line, going strong, hoisting himself up as he goes along. Oh yeah, close that finish line, back on the poles, powering on. Oh, respite, have a bit of a break, that's it, get those legs powering, and he does it. Oh, and it's a run to the finish line.
Now, through the arty gate, look at that, arty. I think these are just artist sculptures rather than being some pagan worship site. But yeah, a bit of a climb to get here, but well worth it. Now arrived at the watering hole. I'm going to take a pew. Oh, try and get my breath back. Look at that view though. See for miles. Lots of farmers' fields at the moment, not much to film. Lovely views though. Just in Sherburn, it's about half a mile from the path, maybe not that far, but there's a pub just there. It's not open, but there's also a baker's on the corner, and then at the far end of the high street here there's a general store, so worth popping into if you need snacks or just the baker's. Perfect. Into the forest now on the way down to Ganton, only a couple of miles. Very quiet, the Wolds Way. Just seen one other person even doing chunks of the Wolds Way, so if you think this is a path, well, there'll be lots of people doing a similar thing. It is certainly not that. But don't let that put you off, because it really is spectacular in places. It really is. Well worthwhile. It's just a shame the path doesn't drop into a couple of the villages. It sort of skirts around Hugate and then Sherborne. Which it would make sense for the path just to drop through those villages. Might help the businesses there as well. Anyway, there we are. not farmland. Ganton Greyhound. End of day 5. Brilliant. Cheers. Morning, so final day in the Wolds Way. Just leaving the Greyhound at Ganton. Lovely little place again. Look, I've got rooms here. And stayed in the main pub. Quite quiet. Got lovely food, nice breakfast this morning. Blue sky again. I'm living the dream. So hopefully, only about 12 or 13 miles today, maybe not even that, into Filey. So hopefully a nice easy day. Sorry it's a bit breezy. Right next to the main road here. Thoroughly recommend the Wolds Way. I've really enjoyed it. 12 miles to go. Oh. More fields. This is RAF Staxton Wall in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, another steep one. That is steep. Here comes my walking pal. Proper steep, that is. That's Humber Farm. There's a farm shop there apparently. About a quarter of a mile off trail. That might be useful for something. About a mile and a half past the RAF barracks. It's busy as well. Don't need to stop, but yeah, it looks nice. One of the things on this trail is you go past 2 pig slaughterhouses, and I'm not kidding, the noise is enough to make you go vegetarian. Yeah, it was pretty difficult to go by. I think there's one on day 3, maybe one on day 5. But yeah, weirdly the second one, there's a glamping site right next door. So I would not fancy staying there, that's for sure. Yeah, so just be prepared for that if you're going to walk this trail. 7 miles. I can see the sea. This is Filey, the end of the Wolds Way. Just got to find the monument somewhere, I'm not entirely sure where it is. So I'm not entirely sure where the finish marker is. I've come up to the headland where the Harvey map suggests the end is, but I can't find a monument. I've got to the point now where I've got to turn back, otherwise I'm going to miss my train. So I'm going to call it over and done with at the beach, I think, because I haven't got time to mess about. Anyway, thoughts on the Wolds Way? Definitely do it. Really good, really varied scenery as well. Weather's been fantastic. Nice pub stops at the end of the day. Not too difficult. I'd definitely say do it. Right, I'll see you on the next one.